Heat signature hot tips. For the longest time, we thought that the foundry brick would be useless in the daily challenge. It simply requires you to have too high a relative velocity to allow you to be accurate. Between that and the recovery time, it seemed unlikely you would ever net save time in all but the least likely of circumstances. However, it turns out not only can the brick be useful, it is key to getting a true perfect score in the daily challenge. So to understand why it's useful, you need to know that the scoring system for the daily comes down to time. The longer you spend near the target ship, the worse your score. But the key piece of that sentence is the word you. You are your infiltrator, and if the infiltrator is safely on a station, the timer doesn't tick. They are not near the target ship after all, even if they happen to be remotely piloting a certain brick that is near the enemy ship. For the brick to be useful, you need a very specific set of circumstances. 1. You need a kill or steal mission. It's not viable to capture a target with a brick because you need too great precision. You need to strike exactly the room next to a target to kick them out into space. And even then, they'll probably suffocate before you get to recover your ship and can scoop them up. 2. You need a sightings or speed based restriction. The brick has a tendency to kill bystanders and always sets off the alarm when it destroys a room, which gains you immediate penalties with all other restrictions. And in the case of assassinations, number 3, you will also want the alarm condition to be reinforcements, because this gives you unlimited attempts. The ship will stay out there and the target will hang around. Then the game becomes kind of simple. You accept the mission, you leave the station, you turn the ship around, you throw yourself back towards the station, and then you remotely pilot the ship away. This lets you safely make attempt after attempt at the target. Just remember, an unpiloted pod cannot dock, and it interacts oddly with ship components where docking will take place. Too many attempts that miss may make it almost impossible to connect with the target square. Finally, if you do want to take a chance with the brick on a bloodless or pacifist mission, you got better odds if your target is on a glitcher ship. Those connecting walkways between sections are delightfully empty and thus vulnerable for a good, safe bricking. On the other hand, if you miss and connect with another part of the ship, you got a good chance of earning yourself an instant penalty from the manslaughter you just committed. Happy slamming!